Hey everybody, welcome to a speedrun example of the quest, Contact. First thing we'll need is a magic setup. To set up your armor, I made a rank list of the best magic armor you can wear. I highly recommend using one of the fire spells at the bottom, either Fire Surge, Fire Wave, or Fire Blast, giving a 50% accuracy and damage boost against the final boss. We'll need about 20 to 30 casts, so simply multiply it by the base spell cost to figure out how many runes you need. We'll also need a light source and a tinderbox. I brought a candle, but the best light source is a Kandran headgear because it cannot be extinguished. We'll also want a couple of prayer potions, a couple of stamina potions, or multiple energy potions, an anti-poison of your choice. I brought a super anti-poison. We'll also need a teleport to Al-Kharid, so either a dueling ring or a charged amulet of glory. We'll also need 3 teleports to Sophanim. The fastest way is using a Pharaoh's Scepter. If not, you can also use Narda teleports, but they are super expensive in the Grand Exchange. Instead, I brought a Drayman staff and a few fairy ring teleports to DLQ, and I'm just going to run all the way to Sophanim. You'll also want a few one-click emergency teleports, an empty inventory space, and fill the rest with combo food. In terms of quick prayers, I have it set to protect missiles and any magic stat boosting prayer, and make sure to select your spell, along with auto retaliate off. Once you're ready, use your teleport to Sophanim. I brought a Drayman staff and using my House Fairy ring to DLQ, and I am going to run all the way there. In these quest speedruns, I only place commentary during important moments of the quest. These videos are meant to be an additional tool for people who use Quest Helper on RuneLite to help fill in the gaps for when the OSRS wiki and Quest Helper might be a bit vague with their instructions. If I were to give a brief summary of this quest, the quest is actually very fast. The hardest part is navigating through the Sophanim dungeon maze twice. I'll put the maze on screen now, but I drew a red line of the exact path we need to take, and deviating from that path can either make you take 20 damage or fall into the lower level, which not only extinguishes your light source, but you'll be in a room with many high-level monsters that use melee, ranged, and magic. If you follow my instructions perfectly in the Sophanim maze, you can easily get through it in about a minute. You can also find this maze image in the description and comments so you can have it as a reference as you go through the maze. So we're about to go in the maze. You can watch me first to see how I do it, or you can just follow along with me as we go inside. Once you've climbed down, turn on Protect Magic and follow the line that RuneLite has drawn. The mages have a chance of extinguishing your light source, so if the maze goes black, quickly use the tinderbox on the candle. If you fall into the lower level, use your emergency teleport immediately and restart. So here's the first trap. Right-click to evade it. It's possible to fail. Just eat a food. For the crushers, follow Runelight's line and zigzag your way through. Next, right-click the wall to disable the trap. Now follow Runelight's line to a T. This avoids the sand trap, which drops us into the lower level. Keep following the line to a T to avoid the scarab trap. Right-click the wall to disable the trap. You'll see that a mage extinguishes my light source. Just use the tinderbox on the candle to relight it. For the crushers, follow Runelight's line and zigzag your way through. Now follow Runelight's drawn line to a T to avoid the final scarab trap. But there we go, we reached the end of the maze. We'll have to do it once more later in the quest. Now use your teleport to Al-Kharid to talk to Osman. Now we have to go back to Sophonim. I'm using the Fairy Ring DLQ and running back. Once again, we'll have to go through the maze, turn on Protect Magic, and follow the line that Runelight has drawn. The mages have a chance of extinguishing your light source, so if the maze goes black, quickly use the tinderbox on the candle. If you fall into the lower level, use your emergency teleport immediately and restart. So here's the first trap. Right-click to evade it. It's possible to fail. Just eat a food. For the crushers, follow Runelight's line and zigzag your way through. Next, right-click the wall to disable the trap. Now follow Runelight's line to a T. This avoids the sand trap, which drops us into the lower level. Keep following the line to a T to avoid the scarab trap. Right-click the wall to disable the trap. For the crushers, follow Runelight's line and zigzag your way through. Now follow Runelight's drawn line to a T to avoid the final scarab trap. But there we go, now it's time for the boss fight. There will be a short cutscene. When the cutscene ends, turn on your quick prayers and run east to the white dead body. With Protect Missiles on, the boss does 0 damage. Once the giant scarab is drawn in, go ahead and kill it. It'll also spawn a scarab mage, so if it extinguishes your light source, use your tinderbox on the candle. So once the boss is dead, pick up the Keris and talk to Osman. We're also going to knock out a hard desert diary task while we're here, so we're going to run southeast to go back into the maze. Wield your Keris, turn on Protect Missiles, and climb up the ladder. Head east, hugging the north wall to avoid the scarab trap like I am doing here. Then try to find a yellow dot on your minimap and kill a Locust Rider with your Keris and Protect Missiles. Once it's dead, teleport out and get back to Sophonim to finish the quest. I'm using the Fairy Ring DLQ. But that's it for the quest, Contact. You'll get an XP lamp that gives 7k XP and 2 combat skills. If you enjoyed this type of video, make sure to leave a like, and let me know in the comments what other quests you'd like to see a speedrun guide for. Thanks for watching.